and welcome to Hatching for Health, where our mission is to create a platform for people to tell their story, to educate the public, and to build a more compassionate community. Today on Hatching for Health, we have an exclusive interview with some inspirational teenagers and board members of an all-inclusive teen social group here in Houston called the Beehive. The founder, Meredith, and her family are also joining us one-on-one to share the background and inspiration behind her foundation, the Beehive. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Got a great big group of you. So I want to start with you, Meredith. What inspired you to start the Beehive?
So my inspiration to start the Beehive all started with my brother John, who is 17, and he has a rare neurogenetic disorder. And so he, very early on, I found that he had a void in his life of typical teenage social opportunities that my sister and I were experiencing, and he became very jealous of us almost when we would go hang out with friends or go to birthday parties, and because he just didn't have that opportunity. A lot of individuals with disabilities, they don't have as many social opportunities outside of school, that especially ones that are structured, because what I found is my brother would have his friends over sometimes, but it was hard to keep, they didn't stay on track always. They wandered off from each other and couldn't trying to play a board game with each other. It got a little confusing. And so we figured, I saw this need for somewhere where we could provide social opportunities for individuals with disabilities that was structured with other people their age and was provided that opportunity. And so this was at the end of my 8th grade year, which was a little over a year ago. And so I came to my friend Edie in LA class, who's sitting right behind me.
Okay.
And I had this idea, and I was like, I have this idea for this thing, and we can host events every month, and we can provide this place for individuals with disabilities to have social opportunities. And Edie and I we became really good friends volunteering in the life skills class at our middle school. And so we kind of saw this need through a bunch of other individuals with disabilities at that school. And we were like, this could benefit so many more people than just John, my brother. It could benefit his friends, it could benefit people we've never met yet.
It's such a wide, exactly.
Yes.
So what are some of the gaps then that, if you can kind of tap in, that you've seen with the special needs community, that your foundation fills those voids?
What we do is we give kids, we give participants the fun thing to look forward to every single month. And
it also gives the parents kind of some free time while their kids are having a fun and safe time with the Beehive with their friends.
Yeah, I can imagine parents because it is a full-time, job when someone has certain special needs. And so those parents don't always have the opportunity to kind of you mentioned, I think earlier before we started the show about respite, kind of giving them that time. How can other schools and students get involved in these programs like yours? Want to take that?
other schools and students can get involved through our website. They can contact us. We have our email on there, and they can see what the Beehive is all about. We post past events we've done. They can also check out our Instagram and DM us on there, or they can just email us straightforward.
Okay, that's awesome. And so how do you guys choose who gets what role as board members?
Well, originally, like Meredith already said, we were co-founders, and Meredith and her family do so much work on and behind the scenes for the Beehive, and so she's president. And whenever we had our first few events, we started seeing these amazing volunteers, and we saw that their drive and their passion for the Beehive, and we decided that we wanted them to be more than just volunteers. We wanted them to really help out and have a hands-on experience with the Beehive, and all of their skills kind of just helped us decide their roles, and I'm so grateful for all of them.
That's awesome. So it grew really quick as far as having a kind of a more full leadership team, really.
Yes.
And so for viewers, how can viewers support the organization?
One way for them to support is donations. We would really, really, really love donations, as well as if they're a local Houston Memorial area business who wants to host an event, that would be amazing. Bowling alleys, movie theaters, places like that where we can have events with our participants would be awesome. As well as if you know anybody with a rare genetic disorder, we would love to have them on Share the Rare, which is our blog. Every month we have a new Share the Rare, where every month we have all our money and everything left over from our event, we donate it to their patient advocacy boards.
Okay.
Which is really fun.
No, that's amazing. And you guys, like, I mean, where are your ages? What do you guys span from? Like 15 or what's
Yeah,
the?
so
15, 16.
we're the 5 of us are sophomores in high school, so we're
Okay.
15 and 16, and then Rosemary's a senior, so she's going to graduate this year, and she's 18
Is she going to get to stay a part of the group?
if she wants.
I'm kidding.
We actually have a lot of
she age out? No.
yeah, we have like a lot of talks about trying to find younger people, because when we're all going to graduate the same year, so when we go off to college in different states or in different areas
Kind of
far
someone
away,
else to take the torch,
we
right?
want someone else to take over the leadership and just keep it going.
Because I do love the point you were making about, you know, well, maybe it was something we talked about before we started filming, but just about, you know, when you're going out to find these other children that have special needs, whenever they see that you're the same age and you're communicating with them and making them feel a part of the community, I think it goes a long way versus like somebody older, you know, more mature. It's like, oh, you're just talking to me because, you know, like, I think it's kind of that age thing.
That was our goal.
Because there's so many, I think, unfortunate kids that, you know, bullies, and there's a lot of that going on, and they don't, you know, understand and have that, like, you know, sympathy. So I think it's beautiful what you guys are doing.
Yes.
It's very, very incredible. So in 5 years, where do you see the Beehive? Maybe we'll start with you, Meredith.
In 5 years, where do I see the Beehive? Hopefully it has expanded in 5 years. Hopefully it's expanded. Hopefully it's grown. Hopefully we've been able to reach so many more individuals that could use us in their life and could use this social opportunity in our life. I hope that we found someone younger, that's a group of people younger, that is able to carry on the Beehive and take on the board. I hope that we found a lot of more relationships in our community that we can use as partners with the Beehive, and that it just keeps
growing.
being what it's.
Yeah, and how many years has it been so far?
It's only been one. Like
1 year?
our
Okay.
Beehive birthday is September 3rd, and that was when we made our first Instagram post and published the website.
Oh, that's exciting. I think your episode might just be airing on the September 6th, so it'll be right after your, which is great work. You guys got your name out there to be on a talk show already and to be, you know, live on a Saturday morning. So, as far as like, you know, you guys, your friendships, are y'all, you know, outside of this, are you guys all close friends and, you know, kind of build that kind of relationship as well?
I would say for
I would
sure.
say so.
Okay, that's great. So how many children to date have you guys actually helped and made like a donation to through your you know, events that you're throwing?
So we have had, so our Share the Rare features, we've had one a month since last September, minus May and July. So if I think about that, that's like
So like 9 or 10, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
That's great, and so you've been very consistent with it month after month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
No, that's impressive. What is like just a few of the genetic, or I should say rare conditions that have come across your plate that y'all have met?
So we've done SETBP1, which is my brother's rare disorder, and then we've also done Fragile X, which is a little bit less rare than some of the ones we feature, but it is still rare compared to a lot of things. All of these disorders are. We've done the VATPACE Alliance, which I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but
And what does that one consist of? What is the child?
so a lot of the challenges are kind of similar. A lot of it is like low muscle tone, developmental delays and disabilities, intellectual disabilities, some like ADHD, autism traits, and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's really interesting. I love if there's any way I can, you know, help and be more involved. I know we do have rare conditions that come on, and we'll try and have like expert opinions to kind of give them advice and guide them through that medical experience. Like our next episode, actually, we're having a neurosurgeon come on to just kind of give some of the neurological, you know, advice that he has. So if there's ever, you know, anytime, maybe each time you guys have a new condition, let me know. And if I have any relationships in the medical community, I can connect you guys with those. I think that would also help out.
That would be amazing. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
No, definitely. And I think we're going to be taking a commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to meet your brother, who was inspiration behind Beehive, and also your mother's going to join us, who's a doctor, right?
Yes, ma'am. She's a pediatrician.
Okay, fantastic. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and as I mentioned, when we come back, we're going to be joined by Meredith's brother and her mother, and we're going to talk to them directly, so we will see you then. Welcome to Arabella Chiropractic, We are located right here in the heart of Houston, right down the street from Lakewood Church off 59 in Edlow. We welcome you to come visit us for any of your chiropractic or physical therapy needs. We have a licensed massage therapist on board, as well as a tech that's trained to do our ultrasound and stim with hot packs. We also offer physical therapy and, of course, the chiropractic visits where you can get adjusted and discuss any of those aches and pains to see how we can better help you feel better. Here at Arabella Chiropractic, we want your experience to be amazing. So come see us here at Arabella Chiropractic, where you can discover wellness through chiropractic excellence.
Your private practice deserves more than sticky notes and missed calls. Funnel Cake MD is the HIPAA-compliant growth platform built for doctors and dentists. Manage calls, texts, and emails in one secure inbox. Book more patients, cut the admin chaos, and keep your front desk sane. Try it free for 14 days with full white glove onboarding so you're running smooth from day one. Don't let outdated software hold you back. Sweeten your growth with Funnel Cake MD. Start your free trial now at funnelcakemd.ai.
Funnel Cake MD, all-in-one tool to grow your practice.
Imagine hearing the news as a parent that your child has been diagnosed with a condition that is degenerative or life-threatening. Now imagine being told that there's little to no research for the condition that even exists, making it difficult to try and figure out what to do next. The reality is that for so many rare conditions, finding specialists who understand the condition and being able to make informed treatment decisions for their child is very challenging. Each episode, I will help with my network of physicians and medical resources across the U.S. to attempt to connect the dots by bringing widespread recognition of rare conditions and connecting families to the best treatment, clinical experts, resources, and support. I'm going to highlight these hard-to-diagnose diseases and offer in-depth awareness for families of children in the rare disease community. I believe we are all in charge of our own healthcare, and pushing for answers and creating awareness for these various rare health conditions can make the world around us a better place. Not only am I a huge advocate who seeks to spearhead the fight to bring rare conditions to the forefront of research, but I personally had my own rare condition. In this rare condition, I was able to be cured of due to early detection. My passion to help others was fueled by that experience, and it has led me to start the Hatching for Health show. Now, this show is a vehicle for us to create awareness to help these children find cures. Hey, welcome to Infinity Diagnostic Center and Prestige Medical Pain Clinic. We are right here in the heart of Houston, inside the 610 Loop. We do interventional pain management and we do MRIs. Our MRI facility offers a 1.5 Tesla Siemens magnet. We can do MRIs of the brain, spine, any extremity, foot and ankle. We got you covered. Then we have our pain suite. So our pain suite is for when you do have that pain. You get the MRI and now the doctor can sit and evaluate that MRI with you and look at exactly what's going on. And right here, they'll do an interventional pain injection, ESIs, transforaminal, a various amount. We've got 2 doctors on staff, so we got you covered. Before you actually get set up over here, you're gonna come to our consultation room in which you will be visited with one of the specialists. And we're treating insurance, cash patients, Department of Labor, and personal injury, which is so important. So we can take care of all of those different needs. Just come see us here at Infinity Diagnostics and Prestige Medical Pain Clinic. Welcome back to Hatching for Health. If you're just joining us, we just had the entire group of teenagers on that were the Beehive, and now we still have the founder, Miss Meredith, here, who is joined by her mother, who is a pediatrician, Miss Erin, and her brother, John, which was the inspiration to start the Beehive. So I'm so glad all 3 of you are able to be together. This is great.
Thank you for having us.
Lovely photo of
We've got one sister, Hannah.
and another sister who's not here with us. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, John, I'm going to start with you. So, how do your friends feel about the Beehive?
Sounds good.
They like it? Okay. So, do you usually participate in the monthly events?
Yes, I do.
Good. Good for you. You're supporting your sister.
Yes.
That's wonderful. What has been like your favorite memory about the Beehive so
The
far?
pool party.
The pool party?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that a recent event?
Yes.
Okay. And how did y'all do on that event? Who was the person you were raising money for, Meredith?
That event.
That was the VATPAs.
That was VATPAs.
Yeah,
Right.
VATPAs.
And yes, the
Jacob.
individuals we were raising money for, his name was Jacob.
Okay, that's great. So I was going to go to you, Erin. Sure. So you're actually a pediatrician, so that probably came in handy whenever you did learn that John had a diagnosis. But tell me, kind of take me back, like when was this diagnosis actually made aware to you and your family?
Sure. So because I'm a pediatrician, I knew when John was 6 weeks old that his muscle tone was a little bit less than we expected. He was just a little bit floppy, and he just wasn't meeting some of his motor milestones as quickly as we would expect. And so I was a little bit suspicious that maybe something wasn't exactly typical. When he was maybe 8 or 9 months old, we did the genetic workup that was available 17 years ago, and everything was totally normal.
Okay.
And so for several years, he was delayed, but we didn't really have a diagnosis. And so it was this journey of trying to get him caught up, not really having a name for what was going on, not really having a community, and just kind of trying to put things together, but feeling it was kind of very frustrated and very lonely during that period. And then whole exome sequencing, which is the technology that's required to diagnose single point mutations, which is what John has on chromosome 18, became available when he was about 7 or 8 years old.
No, 8. It's 8.
Okay.
Okay.
And at the time, we had been in the
old house.
Okay.
He knows
we were living
the
in our old
exact
house.
timeline
Yes.
for us.
I was very much in the, well, we're just doing the same things we're doing. We're doing all the tutoring, we're doing all the therapy. What is having a diagnosis really going to change?
Right.
And so a couple of years went by and I didn't pursue it. And then finally I thought, I just have to know.
Right.
But it was still pretty new and it wasn't being super commonly done. And honestly, I wasn't really expecting to find anything. So we went and we did the whole exome sequencing.
And it's called exome sequencing?
Whole exome sequencing.
Okay.
So the exomes are the sort of active part of your DNA that gets transcribed into proteins.
Okay.
And so every gene is, transcribed into a protein, and then every protein has an action within a cell that, can work the way it's supposed to work, or if it's not working the way it's supposed to work, it can lead to a disease or some sort of abnormality. So I got his genetic report and it said that he had CEPBP1 haploinsufficiency, which means that he has one good copy of the gene and one copy that doesn't work as well.
Okay.
And I am a pediatrician. I take care of a lot of families who have all kinds of, neurodevelopmental disabilities, but I'd never heard of this before.
Right.
And I had to Google it. It wasn't even easily found in the medical literature. I mean, I had to just go to Google. And when John was diagnosed, he was the 43rd person that was identified in the world.
In the world?
Yeah.
43rd, okay.
And now...
You're special, that's like...
I know, it was really, really...
no wonder it was so hard to find what it was.
So I was so fortunate, and not everyone is this fortunate. Another mom who, her son had been diagnosed about a year before John, had started a website.
Okay.
And so I just sent off an email to her, and she called me about 15 minutes later and we talked for 3 hours. Because our boys were so similar and we just had so much to share.
Amazing. And what organization is that?
So that's called the CEPBP1 Society. And now we fund research, and we're a lot of patient advocacy. We have family meetups, a lot of education of both families as well as medical professionals who, just like me, had not heard of this before. So that's been a really fun thing to be a part of, and it's just given us purpose and something to do, and the kids are so similar. It's been a really great community. But
I love that. I mean, so now Meredith, how do you find that your mom helps you with the foundation?
My mom helps a lot with the foundation, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
She has definitely been my biggest support system through the entire thing. When we started the Beehive, we had all of the events at our house. Now we have partnered with churches in the area that let us use their space. And so we've kind of, and as we grew, we kind of needed, the MDOMC Special Needs Ministry has allowed us to use their space called The Refuge, which is like a teen hangout club place. And so We've been very grateful for that. But before that, all the events were at our house, and my mom was helping with all of that. She helps find people that come to the event. She helps with some of the admin work and organizing everything. When we have to buy food for the events, she runs to the store and grabs that. Pretty much everything. She supports me in helping, I'm a high schooler, I'm pretty busy, so she helps me manage the Beehive and extracurriculars and school. And
what's the next event on the agenda?
So this weekend we have a fundraiser, which is fundraising for Lee syndrome, because they are having a research study to benefit this kid named Blair who comes to all of our events. And they have turned Blair's DNA into a fruit fly, and they're going to test drugs on it to try to help find a cure for all sorts of mitochondrial disorders. And so the Beehive is baking a lot of cookies this weekend. The board will all be there, and we are.
Have a cookie too.
Yes, you can have a cookie too.
And where is this event at? Are you going to go, John?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, this event is just a cookie sale, so we're using my kitchen.
Okay.
But the next actual event where we're having attendees is September 20th, and it is, like John said, at the Refuge.
At the Refuge, okay.
Yes.
And where is that at?
So it's in affiliation with Memorial Drive United Methodist Church, which is MDUMC, and it's their teen nightclub. It's it's off of Memorial.
Okay.
Memorial and Wilcrest.
Memorial and Wilcrest.
Yeah. Okay. So John, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
At a job.
Working?
Yeah, working.
Okay, how old are you now?
17.
17? Yeah. Okay. So what grade are you in?
12th grade.
12th grade?
11th grade.
Yeah, 11.
Okay. That's great. Yeah, so you want to get right to work, huh?
Yeah.
I love it. As far as the events that you mentioned, those are going on every month. And so when you're looking for, different individuals that have rare conditions, what do you kind of do to accomplish that? Is it, through some of your resources or just a combination of them? Or maybe Erin tell me.
So do you mean finding people? So
y'all are going to kind of fundraise for each month.
So I have a lot of, I'm in a group called Steel Magnolia Moms, which is a local organization that supports moms who have kids with special needs. And so I have a lot of friends who have kids who have many different special needs.
Yeah.
And so reaching out through there. I'm also in countrywide groups of women physicians who have kids with special needs.
Okay.
And I have reached out to some of the women physicians who have kids with special needs who have wanted to, they believe in this purpose. They believe in spreading awareness about these things that most people haven't heard of.
Of course.
And so they're excited about that, and they've wanted us to tell their children's stories. So I would say most of the people
who
have been featured on Share the Rare are either the children of the physicians that I know through that community, or the Steel Magnolia Moms, which is a local Houston group that supports, it's actually started by Blair's mother, which supports moms who have children with special needs. And then a lot of them are John's friends, kids he goes to school with, people that we've met through.
Like who?
Like your friends in your classes, like Luke. Hold on.
Yeah, they probably have, various different things.
Everybody has
definitely
different
not the same as his. That would be
it would
rare.
Be so rare.
Two of the 43 were right here in Houston.
Yeah, but that's kind of how it initially started. Like Meredith said, the first events were at our house, and they were smaller, and they were mostly people that we knew either from Steel Magnolia Moms, my friends' children, or John's friends from school, and the kids that Meredith and Edie had volunteered with in Life Skills. But now I think word has gotten out, and so it's friends of friends, and other people have told their other groups of friends.
So
now it's
really
just a
have
much
to stay
bigger
busy
group.
with what's the next event, because you're going to have, it sounds like you're going to have quite a lineup of who it is you're going to be supporting and trying to raise money for.
And the Share the Rare and the raising money for these rare patient advocacy disorders, I would not say that that's the main focus of the group.
It's also the social aspect.
The main focus is really providing the safe social space and these opportunities for kids to anticipate and look forward to that are, peers. So John loves hanging out with, his friends from Life Skills, but he also loves hanging out with typically developing teenagers and people his age. So it's just these fun activities, and the kids love it because there's lots of kids, and everybody has a lot of energy, and there's food, and there's lots of fun things to do. And then for the parents, if your child doesn't really have a lot of things that they get invited to do, some of these kids aren't able to be left home alone, and some of these kids, even if they are, the parents might feel guilty about leaving their child home alone to go out to dinner if they think their kid's just going to be watching television or something like that. So it gives the parents an opportunity, hold on just one second, to maybe go out with friends or go out with their husband and know that their child is not only safe, but having a really fun time and doing something that's uniquely designed for them.
I was going to say, so do y'all have a lot of volunteers at these events that are able, like if it is individuals that aren't, you know, allowed to kind of be on their own, that are there kind of assisting with the circumstances?
We do. We have an amazing group of volunteers. Like Edie mentioned, our entire board was once a volunteer, and they are truly skilled at what they do. They are the kindest people, the most welcoming people. They have been in this community for so long that they are really good at knowing what each individual needs out of the event and what they need to help them have the best time possible. And so, yeah, we typically we try to have around a 1-to-1 ratio of volunteers to participants so that it really, everyone has a buddy that they're hanging out with and everyone has someone to talk to and all sorts of.
Okay. I think that's great. So, John, what's been probably like one of your favorite memories about the Beehive?
The pool party and the Halloween and the cookies.
Okay.
Halloween.
Oh, so y'all did a Halloween party as well?
Yes, we did.
Sports events.
Okay. What did the Halloween party consist of? Was it like a...
The Halloween party was actually very successful. It was only our second event, and so we were still new at getting the ropes around these things, but my neighborhood they like to go all out for Halloween, and so we did a Halloween decoration scavenger hunt, and so I took, my mom took pictures of different Halloween decorations around my neighborhood, and we kind of had a loop.
That is
and
such
so
a great idea.
we had every participant had like a sheet with all the pictures of the decorations, and there was like team A and team B, and they made the same loop. They just started from different points.
Okay.
And so like we met halfway, but they just checked off the list, and everyone loved doing it. They loved trying to find all the decorations. And
We missed one.
Yeah, John's group may have missed one, but
Okay.
No, Mom messed up one. Remember Mom messed up one?
I'm not actually
That's
sure.
great. No, that sounds like a lot of fun. That's very creative. And I think, you know, with your age groups and the people that you're trying to draw in, like it needs to be innovative and like something unique and not just like we're getting together. So I love that. But it was a pleasure having you guys all here.
Thank you so much.
I wish you guys all the best. Definitely stay in touch. I'd love to participate in an event, volunteer, or also just, I might have some families that have children interested in meeting with y'all. So,
Very cool.
So thank you. And thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Hatching for Health. We'll be right back here next Saturday.